Hi there, Jen. It's nice to see that you've sent us a set of essays for your IELTS preparation. Well done. Let's take a look and see what you wrote here. The first one is about doing an enjoyable activity with a child. Here's what you wrote. It is argued that by participating in fun activities, children can acquire better skills than by reading carefully. You have to make sure that this parallel structure is correct. This essay discusses this issue by using examples from Harvard University and the American Children's Association to illustrate points for arguments. All right, it's lovely, but there's one problem, and the problem is that you don't really answer the question. This is really rather important because it's important to make sure that your position is clear throughout the response. For it to be clear throughout, it needs to be clear from the beginning, and the way you do that is by saying the answer to the question, whatever this question is, in the introduction. Okay, let's move on now. Firstly, it is true that reading provides invaluable skills. However, playing on electronic devices can improve the areas which are impossible to progress by reading alone. This is due to the fact that by playing computer games, youngsters have the opportunity to tap into their spatial skills, problem-solving skills, as well as cognitive abilities, which are all ignored when we are reading. For example, a study run by Harvard University reveals that young people who play computer games 2 hours a day tend to perform 80% better than their counterparts when presented with a problem. Therefore, it can be suggested that playing on electronic devices can provide more skills than reading. All right, this is actually really rather good. There were no problems. I read through it really easily, and it flowed very nicely. If I had any sort of complaint, I guess, it would be that the only thing that you supported here, the only idea, is this idea of problem-solving skills. In the meantime, you talked about several other kinds of skills, like spatial skills and cognitive abilities. So I think I would have liked maybe to have another piece of support that somehow talked about that a little bit. But I guess it's a detail. The rest of it was actually really, really well written. So let's see your next paragraph. Secondly, pushing children to read instead of allowing them to do an activity that they enjoy can lead to academic bias. This is because they can associate reading with negative feelings, which can put them off from, here, practicing certain academic skills. For example, recent research by the American Children's Association indicates that children forced to read are less likely to excel at subjects that require reading, such as English, history, and geography. Consequently, reading does not always foster skills and can, in fact, cause reverse effects. All right, that's lovely. Yeah, no, I have nothing to say about that. It's actually a really well-written paragraph. Very, very nice. So let's move on. In conclusion, fun activities can help foster the skills that are neglected by just reading. Moreover, if forced reading can discourage them from improving some academic skills. All right, that's really nice. So what I want you to do is just take the suggestions that I made throughout the essay, especially in terms of the introduction. That was a pretty big deal, that you have to make sure that you respond to whatever the command is, okay? Make sure that you do that in your introduction, all right? I really want to go on to your next one now, so let's see what you wrote here. School's entertaining, let's see what you said. It is suggested that teachers should not only transmit information, but help learners construct knowledge through stimulating learning activities. I completely agree with this assertion. This essay discusses this issue by using examples from the British Ministry of Education and Harvard University. Firstly, fun and engaging teaching activities help draw students' attention, here you need an apostrophe after S, to the information presented, thus facilitating, ing here, the learning process. This is because when learners engage in an activity, they can assimilate information more easily. For example, a study conducted by the British Ministry of Education indicates that pupils perform 75% better than their counterparts in school exams when they are involved in the learning process through stimulating activities suited to their level and interest. Therefore, it can be suggested that students internalize information more effectively when taught with engaging materials. Okay, now this is also a beautifully written paragraph. I really liked it. My one concern is you kept talking about engaging. So you talked about engaging teachers' lessons and engaged here again. And then involved in the learning process, stimulating activities, engaging materials. So you use the word engaging a lot, okay? And that's one of the big problems because the essay is talking about entertainment. Okay, so I want you to think about what entertainment means. It means amusement, it means fun, it means enjoyment. So to me, it's clearly something more lighthearted, something more fun-loving, something more fun, basically. And what you're describing here throughout it is about like learner engagement, which is great, it's wonderful, but it's not necessarily a synonym for fun, okay? I hope that makes sense. The only time in this entire paragraph that you said anything about fun, about entertainment, was here. But you didn't really continue with that idea, so for me it's a little bit of a problem, okay? Anyway, let's move on. Secondly, students are less likely to remember content if they were not engaged in the lesson. This is due to the fact that traditional teaching methods, which emphasize rote learning, lead students to memorize information rather than comprehend it. For instance, recent research from Harvard University suggests that 7 out of 10 high school students who learned history by reading and listening to the teacher forgot 80%, you don't need a comma here, forgot 80% of the information after 5 months. Consequently, it is clear that teachers need to integrate interesting activities into the lesson to help students understand information rather than memorize it. All right, again, it's really all of this about engagement and about, stimulating the learner academically. But again, I'm going to say, how does this equate to fun? And that's what I want you to think about. So it's really lovely, but I almost feel like you're answering a different question. Like, not entertainment, but engagement in our schools. All right? All right, let's move on. In conclusion, I believe that teachers need to incorporate engaging activities into their lessons so that students can become more involved in the learning process, thus applying, I guess, would be better. Here again, knowledge later in life. All right, it's very nice. Both your essays are really great. You have a level of English which is lovely to see. It's strong, it's very good, it's advanced, great vocabulary. It's all very accurately used, so I'm very pleased with that. I want you to just be careful about some of those other things we talked about. Previous essay, you didn't write your position in the introduction. Here you did, so that was good to see. But I want you to think about some of the things that I've talked about. You handle coherence and cohesion really, really well, so it's a very great start on your IELTS preparation, okay? What I want you to do now is correct these essays, return them to us corrected, add your error correction list, and also send us a new set of essays, okay? Try to do this within the next day or so. I'll be here waiting for them, so good luck.